Maybe she has a vaccine. Maybe she has a cure. Maybe I can stop working in a quarantine tent that's lined with claymores and C4.
You're a humanitarian, and I'm not sure you can afford to be.
You have a better option on the table? Because we're barely containing this. And I hope you have a solution that doesn't involve a nuclear response. I heard the talk.
Okay. Let's try it your way. Let's extract Dr. McIntosh and pray to God she's got answers we can use.
Merci.
All right, guys, ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
do it.
Dr. McIntosh is holed up in the serology lab, but external comms just went dark. Reach your location ASAP.
$20 says this exfil is a bust.
With the good doctor's resumes, anything to go watch.
All right, boys, lights off. Let's take our time. Got a breacher, yeah, behind a car. Let's try to go silently. Anybody got a line of sight? Oh, he's coming, watch out. Line him up. Okay, looks like they might have heard that. Let's go inside. Right, let's try to hide it here in a little bit. Barricade it.
Yeah, got it.
All right, I'm gonna check the corridor. Oh, we have activity. All right, come on in. Chenka, you want to cover the left side? Smoke, take the right.
Moving up.
There's 2 on the right side. Make that 3.
All right, take him out.
Lights on.
Yeah. Oh, behind. Right, watch out, through the wall. Came right behind you. Let's go in the media room. Behind. All right, let's go. Watch out behind those walls.
For no reason!
Yeah, there's one back there. Okay, looks clear. Let's set up for the door over here.
All right, center it up.
Perfect.
Here we go.
Right.
I've got multiple hoppers.
Yeah, we got a lot of breachers. Watch out.
Take them out.
We got a router behind.
Reloading.
Smoking it up.
Yeah, try to back up a little bit if you can. Yeah, ooh, router right here. You see it? Behind again.
You got me?
Got one. Is there another one?
Yeah.
Loach is down. Head to the serology lab.
Okay, everybody in.
Oh, they're just lucky, or do they know where we're headed?
We continue with the mission. It's all we can do. We kill over here.
Okay, lights off. Take your time. We have a grunt over here. Gotta line him up. Watch out on the left side. Yeah, critter right here. You probably heard that. Watch out. Let's take the right side.
Yeah, right behind you.
Yeah, they heard that, definitely. Watch out behind you, Chenka.
In front of us.
Yep. Take him down. All right, meet up at the top of the stairs. Yeah, they're coming. They're right behind us. Watch out. We try to wait it out a little bit. Okay, looks clear. Let's try to cross the courtyard without getting too much attention. Got breachers.
Couple on the right.
Yep.
Going through.
Yeah, let's meet up
The
inside.
dock should be close by.
Room is clear.
Okay, Chunka, you want to take point? Watch out, breacher. All right, lights on. Let's just go for it. Under, below.
Package located. Secure her and prep for exfil.
Okay, barricading windows.
All right,
Barricade
perfect.
door.
Gonna get some reinforcements.
Turret up over the courtyard.
Perfect.
Killing drone deployed.
Gonna cover a corner over here.
Okay, I'm gonna secure the doctor.
Refill
Perfect.
here.
You made it. Good. Now help me recover my research so we can get the hell out of here.
You've got hostiles inbound. Protect the doctor at all costs.
I'm right behind you, Chunka.
Right.
Do you see them?
I see a couple on the west.
Yeah, a lot of them. Light him up. Okay, I'm backing up.
Okay, north
To
side.
the right side. There's more. Are they coming through the
Moving
wall?
my turret.
On the other side.
Turret's back up in that.
Okay, watch out.
Fortifying.
Yeah, perfect. Watch out, there's more behind that wall. They're gonna breach it.
Smoking up the hallway.
Yeah, I see a lot of them over here. Oh, the breach, the right side. They're coming from the ceiling. Yeah, doctor's under attack, watch out.
We've got hostiles on the dock.
Drag out. I need cover.
Get the doctor pathology and grab that research.
All right, I think we're good. Gonna get the doctor. Let's get out of here.
All right, covering you.
Following you.
All right, but that's all the time we have for the live demo today. I hope you enjoyed it, and off to Justin for the expert panel.
A Soviet capsule, at least 40, 50 years old, that's been lost for quite a long time, ends up by re-entering orbit, crash lands in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, and it's got a parasite on board. Parasite spreads, infects everybody there in town. Town gets quarantined, and right now, Rainbow and the people that are there are the only thing holding this thing back. If it gets out, it's a bad hair day for everybody.
Bad Hair Day, and obviously we saw a lot of really cool visuals in our CG trailers leading up to this weekend.
Yeah.
And that was really setting that story, and we recommend you guys go check those out. There's going to be a lot more of those in games that you can experience as well. And one question that a lot of players come to me about.
As a sports car, you really want to be able to, punch it. You want to push it to its limits, and you want to be able to see what this thing can do. We've got a great engine. We've got a solid roster of characters. And honestly, going into year 3, we just wanted to have fun. We wanted to break all the plates. We wanted to show what we could do with this engine, how far we could push it, the destructibility of it, the relentlessness of the enemies just coming towards you. All of that. We really wanted to have that moment that we could enjoy, that we could have fun as gamers and sharing that experience with our community.
Having fun with the game that we love so much, with the operators that we love so much, of course, Tachenka and all those wonderful characters that we'll get into in a minute. But this was really a celebration of our community to kick off year 3. We've talked about it before, how this is kind of it is a free event. You don't have to pay anything. You don't even have to play it if you don't want to. But it is going to be there for people that do want to experience that world a little bit deeper.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that, we keep on saying, okay, we're kicking off year 3 and we're going to do it in style. But the fact of the matter is that the last 2 years have been, wouldn't have not been possible without the community growing behind us, without the goodwill and all the positive feedback that we've received, all the players that have come into the game recently as well. It's been phenomenal. And so the thing is that everything that we're doing with Outbreak is also a celebration of the last 2 years, to say thank you to everybody here, saying thank you so much for the love and support.
It's a celebration of everyone in this room watching Rainbow Six Siege all week long at the Six Invitational. It's been a really special week, a really special weekend, and we really thank you, everyone, for being here. And of course, with Outbreak, it does create a bit of disruption. It's not the 2 operators, 1 map that everybody's used to. It's something different.
I like how you say a bit of a disruption, because it's not a bit. The thing is that what we wanted to do is, you take a look at the operators and stuff, and we know players have been wanting to play Tachenka and play him to his strengths and just have him stand there, depressing the trigger on his LMG and just raking down enemies. We've known players wanted to play Glass and have long sight lines and take down enemies. And we know that there have been hostages out there that have been fearing for their lives whenever Fuse is on the map. So we wanted to provide all of that and keep Fuse a little bit away from it.
Absolutely, but introducing the same characters that we love, the same mechanisms and features of Siege that we love, but putting it in a new environment. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is that I think it comes down to this. It's all about respecting who the operators are. We're changing the circumstances around them for this one-shot event. We're doing that so that we can celebrate who the characters are themselves, play the characters that the community knows and loves, but everything else about it is just stuff that we wanted to throw out there.
Stuff that you wanted to throw out there, that you wanted to have fun with. The game designers had a lot of fun with this, creating this, and turning to one of our game designers, Irvin Dos Reyes, the technical director. Irvin, as a designer of Outbreak, as a designer of these AI creatures, these monsters, what does the Parasite allow us to do as a design team?
And the Parasite is the key to freedom in terms of design. Instead of thinking about gadgets which have to sound realistic in the Clancy lore, you think about monster abilities. You just try to have fun. You just focus on how often they are into your gameplay.
Types, of course. We only saw 3, but Mac went against the Grunt, the Breacher, and the Rooter, but we also have the Apex and the Smasher. And they're classified into 2 different groups, the Grunt and Breacher and sort of the Critters. So Mac was facing all of these different, Grunts and Breachers in the beginning, the first 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden a Rooter came out, but in that situation it could have been an Apex.
Let's see what's happening. And you have those swarm of enemy closing the distance with you, totally disrupting your usual tactics in Siege, plus your 3 players only to take care of that. So it was real interesting to the point, to the visual identity, where we've done a prototype by basically, okay, let's see if that works. We push the behavior of our infected to a white mask, the whole Terrorant white mask. And we push the animation with that. And man, it was insane. The fantasy was there. it was working. You were having those creatures breaching the walls with their bare hand and closing to your position.
And it actually worked. It actually performed well, and it was fun to play. And here we were taking a look at the grunt, the sort of basic monster that you're going to be interacting with a lot, right?
Yeah, grunt and breacher, you will encounter them a lot in your level. And the grunt is that kind of human silhouette wandering in the levels. He basically don't care about you at the beginning when he's unaware of your presence. So he's kind of weak. You can take him down, you can put a bullet through his head. He will fall down easily until you point that flashlight of yours in the complaints on Reddit, like, where's Termite? Why can I play Termite? Yes, you will encounter plenty of Termite. They're very mobile, very agile, and except that they explode in your face, mostly. And it's a very mobile explosive unit. They will try to open way for their allies to your position, and they will disrupt your group. You will force to avoid being too close from each other. But on top of that, you can use them as a bomb in the midst of your enemies to try to split them or kill them.
So a little bit of strategy there, and as we saw in the demo, the breacher was bursting through reinforced walls, making those openings for the grunts to rush in and attack Tachenka on the turret, or even Buck on the turret when you were playing. Now, Mac, we have...
she's a very fast and agile support unit. She will teleport at first to try to stay afar from your team and crowd control you. She will root a player in your team, forcing him to stay a bit immobile at first. And then, if you damage her enough, if you annoy the lady enough, she will teleport to your position into a bloodless state to finish the job.
So she has quite a few things going on here. A crowd control area effect that can stop all players in their tracks. And then she can also teleport, and then also has a bloodless mode. So she's definitely a monster that you need to take out quick, and Mac's team did take out quick work of that rooter when she came around.
Be between Mountain and Sledge. He has the armor of Mountain. That means you can shoot as much as you want in his front armor. It will just get him angry. And then you think you're safe behind your wall, and no, you don't. He will breach through to take you down. It's a very beast-like, arcade-like creature. It has that feeling like the whole game. You read this button kind of easily. It's very strong, but has a weak point, and you have to find it and find a strategy around it to take him down.
So he does have a weak point. We're not going to spoil that for everyone. You're going to have to find out when what that weak point is when you play either on
the food chain. It's a leader, and as every good leader, he will try to stay as far as possible from the action. He will try to get as far from you as possible and shoot you that kind of eco beam. If you get in him, you get disrupt, you will lose your scope view, etc., etc. But if it wasn't enough, he will try to spawn a buffer of basic enemy between you and him. And those enemies are not the normal one. They're not weak. They will close their way through you faster, and they will be more resistant to your bullets.
So not only is the Apex going to be shooting echo drone-like concussion bolts at your face, but he's spawning harder to defeat enemies and just rushing at you over and over again. That's a crazy design, and I'm kind of disappointed we didn't see it in the demo, but the players, I'm really excited to see how they're going to tackle the Apex. Now, Mac, we did see the rooter spawn up in a few of these, and these Evos will, as you were mentioning before, they spawn during the events. Why, explain to us.
We have the predetermined ones at presets, so that you're going to make sure that every time you're going to go there, you're going to have a smasher on fire charging at you, so that's going to be pretty scary. But we also have the systemic events. The idea behind the systemic events is that we wanted to make sure that the players don't know what's going to be happening. So sometimes you're going to go and it's going to be a smasher, sometimes it's going to be an Apex, and when you're going to crank up the difficulty, it actually might be two of them at the same time.
So 2 smashers or 2 rooters at the same time on harder difficulties.
Actually,
and
4 routers.
4 rooters.
Yeah,
that's 4 rooters. That would be insane to see.
Yeah.
Because you had difficulty taking down just one, and imagine if you have 4 of those guys running at you.
It's absolute chaos. Yeah.
Now, obviously, with all these monsters that you're going to be facing,
Welcome to Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. This sleepy desert town is ground zero for Outbreak, a special Rainbow Six Siege co-op event that pits your team of up to 3 intrepid operators against hordes of, well, these guys. These mutated abominations will do everything in their power to stop you from accomplishing your objectives as you follow the story of Team Rainbow's efforts to quell the carnage and uncover the truth. So you'll need to adapt your tactics if you want to survive. Because the infected are coming for you. Sure, they might look like they're just standing around having a bad time, but if you can't take them out before they spot you, you're gonna have a bad time. Equipping a suppressor can help you sneak through certain areas without causing a fuss, but sooner or later, some grunt is gonna pop off and text all their grunt buddies to come swarm you. But other enemies won't be so direct. Bubble-backed breachers love to leap around, looking to explode themselves next to you or destroy your reinforcements. Keep an eye out for the telltale bubbles on the wall, and make them respect your personal space with a quick melee hit if they get too close. You'll also have to contend with rooters, who zip around evasively and hassle you with spikes conjured from below, which hold you in place until you or a teammate can shoot the offending rooter. Then there's the Apex. They just kind of hang back, making you weaker and making every enemy stronger, and occasionally splashing you in the face with uncanny smoke that would make Smoke jealous. And the Smasher? Well, it's right there in the name. It can't see you, but it sure can hit you or run you right over. Try luring it into ramming itself into a wall so you can more easily shoot or stab it right in the weak spot. If you and your teammates manage to complete Outbreak on normal difficulty, take a whack at Pandemic, where friendly fire and more numerous enemies make things extra tough. No matter which difficulty level you take on, you'll be choosing your operators from a carefully curated group with the gadgets and weaponry to give you an edge in the crisis. Choose Doc for his super clutch stim pistol. Take Smoke and his beauties to hold the hordes at bay, and then bring Finka to juice you up so you can gun them down. Finka is one of the new Operation Chimera operators, and Lion is the other. His drone can scan the area and show you where the nearest threats are, but remember, you've only got 3 slots on the team. You can run it with less than 3, but it gets much, much harder. Unless you happen to be some sort of siege deity with godlike powers of destruction.
LMG! Mounted and loaded!
Outbreak will be available for a limited time only, 4 weeks from March 6th to April 3rd on all platforms. And while it may seem strange at first to fire so many bullets so frequently in Rainbow Six Siege, you'll soon have a new appreciation for LMGs. And shotguns. And basically anything that shoots bullets at these horrible abominations. For more on Rainbow Six Siege, subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com. There are 2 formidable new attacking operators in government-issue yellow suits coming to Rainbow Six Siege. Do not be alarmed if you suddenly feel a burst of health, experience drastically reduced recoil, or feel that you can see through walls. It's all perfectly normal for Operation Chimera. These CBRN specialists are at home in both cooperative and competitive situations. They're both rated 2 speed and 2 armor, and they each have 3 primary weapon options to help you play to your strengths. Let's start with Finka, the Spetsnaz specialist who's here to enhance your performance with her Adrenal Surge ability. By triggering nanites in the attacker's bloodstreams, Finka juices her whole team with a veritable pharmacopoeia of boosts and buffs. As soon as the borders of your vision go blue, you'll get a shot of extra health. This HP boost can also revive any teammates that are down but not out, no matter how far away they are. Boosted attackers will also move faster through barbed wire and recover more quickly from concussion and flashbang effects. And here's the kicker. This is your recoil. This is your recoil on Adrenal Surge. Any questions? Adrenal Surge is available for use twice per round. Side effects include an elevated heart rate, which makes Adrenal Surge users detectable from longer range by pulse. Do not use Adrenal Surge if you are in, or plan to be in, a cloud of toxic smoke, as your faster rate of breathing will lead to faster injury and death. If you step on a goo mine or get zapped by a yokai drone, the effects of Adrenal Surge will cease immediately. Adrenal Surge is not an effective barrier against frost traps. Ask your teammates to find out if Finka is right for you. Now let's talk Lion. Hailing from the GIGN, Lion is a formidable presence thanks to his very large backpack and his indestructible aerial drone that constantly hovers in the sky. Dubbed the EE-1D, this drone can scan the entire map, and any defender that is caught moving during the scan will be immediately lit up with a real-time, full-body outline that the entire attacking team can see. Lion takes getting droned out to a whole new level, and he can give the attackers an edge at almost any point in their assault, from dealing with spawn peekers to defending a planted diffuser. But there are a few ways the defenders can fight back. Once Lion activates his drone, both attackers and defenders will see a countdown, letting them know the scan is incoming. When the scan goes live, a visual effect kicks in and a timer icon appears on screen to show you how long it'll last. Once it's gone, there's a cooldown before Lion can scan again, and he can scan 3 times per round. The easiest way for you defenders to avoid getting tagged by the scan is to simply not move your feet. You can rotate in place, aim down sights, fire your weapon, and even change stance without being detected, but the second you move your feet, you're tagged. Mute jammers will disrupt the scan, so you can freely move as long as you're inside the jamming radius, but the moment you leave, you're tagged. Still, getting tagged isn't a death sentence, and a crafty defender can try to bait attackers into pursuing their bright red outline, while their stationary teammate lies in wait for an ambush. To keep up with the latest in Rainbow Six Siege, subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
Ricin, Anthrax, Sarin gas, Ebola, VX gas, Chimera viruses. Some enemies are invisible. But the CBRN threat unit is Rainbow's shield against those enemies that can kill you with a single drop of blood.
Nanobots online.
Big Brother coming in for Overwatch.